Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. Now I'm a big fan of spare ribs, but what about baby back ribs? For me, I've never been a big fan. Can I convince myself to like baby back ribs? Stay tuned. All right, so I'm starting with a rack of baby back ribs, and I just picked these up at my local Albertsons. They look really nice and meaty, and they were on sale, so can't beat that. I'm just gonna take them out of the package here. As I mentioned in the introduction, I am a huge fan of spare ribs. In fact, it's really popular here in Texas. Baby backs, not so much. So first thing I'm gonna do is remove the membrane. Now this is something I wouldn't normally do on a rack of spare ribs, but the membrane on the baby back ribs comes off really easy. Of course, not this time. It's going to come off in two pieces, but I guarantee you if the camera wasn't running, I would have taken this membrane off in one pass. There you go, not too bad. So I had to go get some more paper towels because there's quite a bit of bone fragments on these bones, and I don't like that. You know, when you start to eat it, you can feel those bone fragments in the meat. Not a good experience. So I almost want to rinse these, but I don't like rinsing my meat in the sink. I don't like rinsing meat, period. So I'm just going to try to wipe a lot of these bone fragments off. All right, that looks pretty good right there. I'm going to start with some mustard as a binder, just a little bit. So these are some really meaty baby back ribs. You know, you think they'd be more popular, but for some reason they're not. With all this meat on them, they gotta be good, right? Well, we're about to find out. All right, so the rub that I'm gonna be using on these ribs is from Priya Seasoning. This is the Notorious PIG. This rub is absolutely delicious. I've tried this on pulled pork, and it is amazing. It's got some red pepper flake, a little bit of sugar as well. It's a very savory rub. So add enough of the rub. All right, flip these bad boys over. We're gonna get a little bit of sweet and a little bit of heat from this rub, which should be perfect on these baby back ribs. All right, that looks good right there. I'm gonna let the rub sweat in for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go fire up my Yoder Y640 pellet smoker. Stay tuned. All right, so my Yoder Y640 pellet smoker is running at 250 degrees. And on today's cook, I'm going to be using these Smokin Pecan pellets. These are 100% pecan shell pellets. You guys heard that right. 100% pecan shell, nothing else. It's the only company out there in the market that's making these. You guys have got to give them a shot. You know, one of the questions I often get is, you know, what can you do to get a smokier flavor out of your pellet smoker? Well, this is the answer right here. This is a 20-pound box. I'm just going to top off my hopper right here. Go. Check out the amount of smoke that you get from these pecan shell pellets. Watch this. Look at that. If you guys have not tried Smokin Pecan shell pellets, check out the link below and grab yourself a few of these boxes. So I've got my baby back ribs. Just going to place them right smack in the middle. Push them together. Again, 250 degrees. We'll see you guys in about 2 hours. Stay tuned. All right, so the baby back ribs have been smoking for 2 hours, again at 250 degrees. I'm gonna pull them off and wrap them up in some foil. So I got a little bit of butter right here. And here are the ribs, meat side down, right on top of that butter. And I got 2 more pieces of butter, just a little bit of butter. Right on top, just like that. Nothing else inside the wrap, just butter. It's gonna help get the ribs nice and tender and also give us a really nice buttery flavor. Wrap them up nice and tight. Right, the ribs are going back inside the smoker. Meat side down for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Stay tuned. All right, so another hour and 15 minutes have passed. Total cook time of 3 hours and 15 minutes. Let's take a look at our ribs. Smoky. All right, so let's pull the ribs out of the foil and see what we've got here. Look at that nice buttery goodness right there. We're gonna keep the ribs inside the foil, okay? Try not to make a mess. Let's get an internal temperature of these ribs. All right, so we're sitting at 175, 180, which is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and sauce these up. I'm gonna be using this Cosmos Q OPX1, one of my favorite sauces, right on top of that butter. I'm gonna do the bottom side first. Just brush it in. Get those bones. All right, let's flip the rack so we can sauce the other side. Sauce on top. Brush that in. Well, I'm gonna let that sauce set for about 20 minutes. We'll see you guys inside. Stay tuned. All right, the baby back ribs are ready and the total cook time was 3 hours and 45 minutes. And check these babies out. They smell absolutely amazing. Got a really nice color from the rub and that sauce. Now, the other thing I don't like about baby back ribs is slicing them. They always seem to fall apart on me because they're tender, but I only took these to 195, so they shouldn't fall off the bone. I'm gonna turn these upside down, and these bones are pretty straight. So let's see how this goes here. Oh yeah. Now a lot of people like the fall off the bone rib. I don't. Okay, and sometimes it's hard to avoid that on baby back. See how it's coming apart a little bit? That's something you rarely face with spare ribs. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, really nice smoke ring. Smelling amazing. They feel really tender. Look at all that meat from that loin. That's why people like these baby back ribs. But I'm really happy with that. Let's give them a shot. All right, let's give these baby back ribs a try. Look at that beautiful color, nice smoke ring, and the aroma from those pecan shell pellets is amazing. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Here we go. Oh yeah, this rib is money right here. Now the meat doesn't fall off the bone entirely. It's exactly what I like on rib. But these are really tasty. You know, I really think the key to smoking baby back ribs is not to overcook them where they fall off the bone. These are absolutely delicious. And I think I'm gonna give baby back ribs a try. All right, these baby back ribs are absolutely delicious. I wasn't a big fan before, but I think this rack has made me a fan. Now, if I could change one thing on this cook, it would be to add a little bit more rub once I wrap the ribs in the foil, just for a little bit more flavor. I hope you guys enjoyed this baby back rib video. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. See ya.